And Candace, like we still went out. And like the story I love to tell is like, especially like when I was making the vlog and like our lives got fancy and everybody's like, oh, she just likes him because she's such a bitch in the vlog. It's awesome. Everybody's like,
great.
It's such a good character. Everybody's like, she only likes him because he's like, got money and he's got fame. So that's why she likes him. And it's like, little do they know. Like I remember the days when she would come to Connecticut with me because I wouldn't stay in the city on the weekends. So I had to be with my boy. And she would come to Connecticut with me and it was like, look, your choice is you can like stay with me and Owen in my grandmother's like guest bedroom, or we can like, it was really like fucking humiliating. Here's this girl, like her previous boyfriend, like the guy owned like a half a dozen hotels. And I'm like, we got to take the train or the bus to Connecticut and then stay at my Nana's house. And like every once in a while, she would like get us a hotel room that we could stay in. So we'd have like some place to stay with my kid and like use her credit card. And like
that makes me like Candace.
She's a woman of integrity.
So much like I mean I've you form a relationship with these people that you watch all the time and you feel certain things from me. You're like, I want to party with her. I keep going. I want to party with her dad. Now that I know her dad's like, hey buddy, slow down. You're 40, 48 where the drinking is going to catch up to you. I'm a doctor. It's a little different than a blood diamond merchant. But it's funny. I said, I was telling my trainer today that she commented on Leanne's earrings and I said, what's really cool about those earrings is I go, she didn't marry me ever expecting to get those earrings. Like she married a loser. Like all her friends were like, why would you marry a comic? She had a panic attack when she realized she was in love with me. And I go, yeah, but she was a good person that fell in love with it. She was like, I don't care what car he has or this. I like this guy. And it makes you like the woman so much more when you go, wow, I remember she was embarrassed when we, first time we went home, she was embarrassed. She was like, just so you know, my dad lives in a convenience store. And I was like, okay. She's like, we're staying with my dad. And I was like, all right. She's like, so we're staying in a convenience store this weekend. And I was like, and at first I was like, wow, that seems weird. Then I fell in love with it. I was like, wait, I can drink all night long and eat whatever the fuck I want. And we were staying in the cooler. Like, so it was ice cold. It was like, this is a dream of mine. But yeah, that must have been interesting. Was there a culture shock for you and your brother when you were with her that first time in her family?
Yeah. I mean, very literally, I remember her parents are very traditional, very traditional. They've loosened up now, but especially back then when they have this like beautiful daughter that, men are chasing after. Mm-hmm. They were very traditional in sort of what they imagined her life being. They wanted like a nice Jewish doctor to marry her or something. Candace's sister is literally married to a very nice Jewish doctor. And her parents meet me like that first weekend in their house. And like Candace told me after when we started dating that like her mom pulled her aside and was like, that one Casey, the younger one, he's in love with you, Candace, watch out. And her dad pulled her aside and was like, be careful because I don't want to have to support you for the rest of your life. And if you marry an artist, that's what it's going to be.
Oh, wow.
And that's sort of how they treat. And her parents were always lovely. And like most people don't know this about our relationship, but like Candace and I got married 3 weeks after we started dating. And then we had to get it annulled. It's kind of a funny story. We like really fell hard for each other. So we eloped in like our bathing suits and a judge married us. And we told our parents and they kind of freaked out and all this stuff. And then we're like, okay, we got to undo this. So to get it annulled, you have to prove that either the judge was under the influence of drugs or alcohol. There's no way to prove that.
Yeah.
Or she was married under false pretenses, which means I either couldn't provide children. I got a kid. That one's easy to do.
Yeah.
Or I was gay. So she went in front of a judge in Texas and said, look, I married this artist.
In 2007,
yeah.
2007.
I married this artist from New York. I didn't realize that he is gay. And the judge was like, against my better instincts, I will grant you this annulment.
Oh, that's great.
So like that, so her parents, they were wildly skeptical. And like, I remember, I don't think I've ever told this story publicly, but there was like a moment in those early days of she and I dating. And I was like really broke, like tens or hundreds of dollars in the bank account to my name. I couldn't get a credit card because I'd maxed them out and never paid for them. Like I had no, like that's it.
Yeah.
No safe, nothing. No parents asked for money, like nothing. And I remember like she came to Connecticut with me once and we like stayed at, I think it was probably my grandmother's house or something. And like She had this rash all over her because we slept in a bed in the attic that was like, had fucking horse hair on it or something. Like, I'm not kidding. And we're in the car, which is a rental car that she paid for because she didn't want to take the bus there. She didn't want to. And she just like kind of broke down. She started crying. And like, I knew in the back, I knew for a fact that like 2 years ago with her previous boyfriend that like they were at the Hotel du Cap in fucking Cannes, you know, in like the south of France.
Yeah.
And she just like starts crying. And I was like, what is it? And she's like, this isn't how I imagined it. This isn't how I imagined it. And that was like so hard for me. And I like grabbed her and I was like, look, I just need a little bit of time. I was like, I'll get you whatever you want. What do you want? You want a private jet? I'll buy you a jet. I'll get you that jet. Just give me a little bit of time. And like, she calmed down and like, you know, like it wasn't about the material possessions. It was just like, my life was a struggle then. Yeah. And she had been pulled into that struggle. And then like, I want to say this was like 3 years ago, we were in LA. I was in LA for a shoot and her mom came out to help with like the kids because Candace came with the kids for this shoot. And at the end of the shoot, I like called the brand, which I won't mention. And I was like, I need a plane home. And they're like, sure, we'll get you a jet. So like that day, like I walked her and her mom onto like our own G4 to fly back. Like I got her that jet.
Dude.
Yeah, good story.